These days, with streaming services and on-demand movies at our fingertips, advertisements, PSAs, and promos aren't as commonly suffered through. But back when televised entertainment was at the peak, it was commercials, commercials, commercials. Come on, I'm trying to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog over here. But seriously, commercials tortured us for years, and that's why it's always been notable when an advertisement had the unintentional effect of freaking us the f*** out. So today I want to show you some of my favorite unintentionally scary commercials. I want to be clear here, I specifically left out commercials that were supposed to be scary, creepy, or otherwise disturbing, and maybe I'll cover some of those in a future broadcast. So without any further bullshit, let's start this thing off right with an old KFC commercial where Colonel Sanders is hooked up to a lie detector and being tortured for the KFC recipe by some old hags.
Yes, Colonel. Flour and savory.
The scene is shot like a nightmare sequence, and it gets even worse when
4 ounces of grandfather's overcoat.
yeah, Sanders tricks them and starts laughing like a maniac. Just another thing to add to my theory that Colonel Sanders is actually a trickster god. But anyway, while we're on the topic of fast food, McDonald's has had a lot of creepy commercials over the years, including Ronald Mcdonald's first appearance, which was...
Ronald, you can't be on TV and watch it at the same time. Now, come on and meet the boys and girls.
Oh, we've already met. I know we're going to be friends, too, because I like to do everything boys and girls like to do. Especially when it comes to eating those delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
Yeah. But there's one specific McDonald's ad that really stood out to me because of how weird and, frankly, disturbing it is. Who came up with this shit? This is like a messed up nightmare or something, and that freaky ass music sure doesn't help. I saw one theory suggesting that the point of the commercial is to show how terrible dreams can be. That way you'll be compelled to drink McDonald's coffee to stay awake. If that is the case, I think whoever wrote this commercial was watching too much Nightmare on Elm Street. In the 90s, we really started getting some wacky, high-concept commercials, like these Duracell ads that had human robots running on Duracell batteries.
Hi, Trish.
Todd's working here.
Don't remind me.
The uncanny valley really comes into play here with the creepy makeup effects. Combine that with snappy cinematography and bizarre acting and you get...
Guess not.
Nightmare fuel. I'm gonna keep riding the 90s train here and talk about Gushers. Gushers are such a 90s snack to me, right up there with Fruit by the Foot and Surge Soda. And so of course they had some far out promos. That's why when I think of Gushers, one particular ad comes to mind. It's nothing too crazy, just some kids having an after-school snack and then, oh my god! Is this supposed to be endearing? What the hell is that girl doing with her mouth? Somebody should have told them that the CGI just was not there yet.
Oh, I'll say.
Now, one commercial that didn't use CGI, and in fact used some pretty cool practical effects, is this Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island advertisement. Right off the bat, it's disgusting, with a gluttonous slob stuffing his face. Then he takes just one bite too many and... Who the fuck thought this was a good idea to show to children? I mean, I'm not even complaining because it's actually awesome, but holy shit, this is like something out of a trauma film or an 80s gross-out horror or something. I'm honestly blown away that this was considered PG enough to be shown on television, and man, it really makes me miss the 90s. While we're on the topic of video games, I had to mention some really creepy PlayStation advertisements. First is this 1999 ad that only ran in the UK, where a girl with a really strange head gives a monologue about mental wealth.
Land on your own moon. It's no longer about what they can achieve.
I know I said that the CGI just wasn't there yet for the Gushers ad, but here it looks great, especially for 1999.
In our own time.
It actually almost looks too good.
Mental wealth.
Probably the most infamous PlayStation ad of all time is the crying baby commercial for the PlayStation 3. You've likely seen this commercial somewhere because it went viral and tends to pop up online from time to time, but essentially a baby is staring at a PS3 in a white room and starts to cry. This one might be the most debatable as far as whether this ad was intended to be creepy or not, but I wanted to leave it in the video because the marketing team behind it actually said it wasn't intended to have any effect at all, but left it open to the viewer to decide what it meant. Personally, the video affected me in the way of having that baby's laugh appear in my nightmares for years to come. You know, it makes me realize that dolls are really the OGs of being unintentionally creepy, and these next couple commercials are no exception, starting with the Baby Secret doll.
Mattel's new baby secret. She whispers, just to you.
Look, I'm sure this technology was really cool at the time, but imagine waking up in the middle of the night and hearing this shit from somewhere in your dark room. Going hand in hand with the baby secret is Baby Laugh a Lot. And even though a laughing baby is one of the most wholesome and joyful things you could see, a laughing baby doll is one of the creepiest. Honestly, this might be worse than the whispering one because once again, imagine this thing going off at 2 in the morning.
Get Baby Laugh a Lot, my Remco!
Speaking of babies, well, this is an old perfume ad and, I guess they were trying to appeal to... You know what, just watch it.
There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So love made baby soft, with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy.
Wait, did he just say?
With the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy.
I'm honestly speechless. I don't really know how to react here. I mean, it is creepy, but just in a totally different way. I mean, who is this ad even for? It feels like a Tim and Eric sketch or something. Were these people on drugs when they came up with this? Well, actually, this came from ad executives in 1975, so they were definitely on drugs. While we're talking about that kind of creepy, Folgers had a really weird commercial back in 2009 about an older brother coming back home for Christmas and having some strange interactions with his little sister.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
Besides the fact that this is just not how siblings interact at all, it's got some heavy schmincest vibes, if you know what I mean.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
Okay, well, now that I'm done vomiting, let's get back to some good old-fashioned spooky. For the last video here, I want to pay homage to one of the most classic, unintentionally creepy infomercials of all time.
If you can get the idea of what doing 8 setups a second would do for your stomach, you have an idea of what Rejuvenique would do for your face. Because in essence, Rejuvenique does for the face what...
I think it speaks for itself here, but my god, that mask is disturbing. This is one of those commercials that would pop on at 4 in the morning after you fell asleep on the couch. Imagine you open your eyes in a daze and you see this shit in the glow of your TV. Well, that's all that I have for you today, folks. Let me know about any other creepy commercials I should check out. And be sure to subscribe for more content if you like this. But that's all for now. Goodbye, friends.